Hi there, I'm Joe Swarner. I'm a game designer here at Undead Labs, and your technically official host today. And with me in the studio, I have, in his producer role, Geoffrey Card, who we will call upon later, and you'll probably hear his voice throughout the program because we're giving away some hats today. It's really awesome. We're also doing some tips, and TNT. So we're going to talk about how to get started. We're going to start with the Dread Zone. And we're going to talk about how to build your community and make it through the heart attack update. And with me to help me keep me honest and to also help feed questions, Mr. Brant Fitzgerald.
Hello. How is everybody? Hunter already owes me $5. I didn't interrupt the logo screen.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So that's kind of our agenda for today. Is we're just gonna kind of play through a little bit of Dread, and we'll as we're going through the heart attack update. I've taken the liberty of getting part of the way to at least getting started on the map, and then we'll be taking your questions. And as soon as this little introduction's over, we'll be doing our first giveaway, which should be happening shortly, but I don't know the exact timing. So as we start working through this, expect that this will get interrupted at any moment to give you an opportunity. I think Twitch was first.
Okay, yes. So, hi, it's Geoffrey, and we are doing, so we're alternating our giveaways between the two channels, because we tried last time to do a single giveaway on both Twitch and YouTube, and it just didn't work. So right now, at the moment, only Twitch people can sign up for this giveaway. We're giving away a State of Decay 2 anniversary hat. So if you want a State of Decay 2 anniversary hat and you're on Twitch, type exclamation point birthday into the chat, and the moderators will notice, and you will be entered for the prize. If you're on YouTube, stick around. We're doing one for YouTube a little bit later. Awesome. Joe, I'll hand it back to you.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be starting to look around for some weapons. So that's objective number one today, is we're going to look around for things that are actually helpful in the fight against the Plague Hearts. So come into these little places, and we're looking for materials. You go to these material spots because the materials outposts or materials sites, they tend to be a good place to pick up things like heavy weapons, blunt weapons, which give you an advantage against Plague Hearts. And as always, remember where your dodge button is. All right, so we're going to slap some zombies around with the back end of our car. We're going to kill that screamer because we can. And then we're going to stop here.
What difficulty are you playing at again?
This is on Dread. So the only Blood Plague freaks you'll see today might be Juggernauts if we unlock those. All right. So far I have found nothing, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll return home with the materials and we'll get started with that stuff.
So we do have a question from La Coalición. He wants to know from Brant, what was the hardest weapon to make in the game?
That's a tough question. My guess would be actually the difficulty Mark Lautenbach had while he was modeling the FAL. The detail on that is ridiculous. It's not like most modern guns are basically, you could cut it in half and it's, it mirrors. That gun, not even. They did some weird stuff when they designed it. So Mark had to solve some really interesting design problems, or some construction problems with that.
Alright, so we're going to continue looking around for decent weapons. The starter areas of every map generally have some kind of gun waiting for you at a lot of different spots. So we're going to stop at this military stash. It sometimes has a gun. It's usually some kind of a pistol. So we'll see what we find.
What map are you on right now?
Right now we're on Meager Valley. which is not. There we go. So now we've got a gun. We're in business. Now we just need to find either a better gun or a heavy weapon.
So for a player who is on a different map, are there some rules of thumb for like identifying these really good gun finding sites?
Yeah. So anything. Let's go to the anything that generally has this kind of demarcation. Any of these gun stores. There's almost always, like when you first start a map, there's almost always something along these lines. Here you have like a survivalist store, this little ammo shop. They are always guaranteed to have at least one weapon. And then a lot of these places that are these houses or facilities that are close to your starting base, they will have different kinds of resources that you can find, which you wouldn't normally find. Especially in this map, you wouldn't normally find like medicine in a house, but it's guaranteed since it's the starting area. Kind of like you're guaranteed to find a gun at one of these two sites as you're going through them. Let's go ahead and just clear out all of the... There we go.
Yeah, gun stores, the military roadblocks, checkpoints.
Like these ones, the military
also,
stash.
Yep, they're also good, usually good places, especially on difficulties lower than Nightmare. Sometimes on Nightmare they just give you a box of screws and, well, we kind of screw you. But lower difficulties, yes, it should be a veritable cornucopia.
So
and then someone pointed out also that there are the rare weapons cases too that you can find.
Yep. And what I'm looking for at this point is primary weapons. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. But what I'm looking for in my melee weapons right now is this impact is the first one. Impact defines like how much damage due to juggernauts, humans, human NPCs, and then also to plague hearts, funnily enough. And so I'm looking for a melee weapon that will be better. I'll gladly accept anything that is a blunt weapon or even a heavy weapon, but I'm probably not going to find those kinds of weapons here in a gun store. So I found some decent guns. Do I have room in my trunk? That's the other question. Not really. Alright, so let's go see what else we can find in the gun store. Real quick. Real quick. Go faster, go faster, go faster. Road flares. Useful on dread. Useful on dread, but not so much in things like, say, Nightmare and Lethal. I get the... Nope, it's in there, isn't it? Is that the one I missed? Or is that one open?
Looks like it.
That's the one I missed.
Oh, by the way, it is last call for anybody who's watching us on Twitch who wants to potentially win a hat. Type !birthday into the chat. It's kind of your last chance. They're about to drop.
YouTube, you'll get your chance next.
All right, and what we've got with the AR-15 gives me a good starting point. We're going to go ahead and drop back by the house and drop off some of this stuff really quick from out of our trunk, and then we're going to go and see if we can't find a better melee weapon. Now that Parang is much better than my cleaver, so we're going to go ahead and swap that out. Let's put this away, that away, and that. This, that, and that thing. Oops. Nope. I want that back. Thank you.
I always forget about that feature where you can use the parking spot to actually load things into your trunk, to load gas and toolkits into your trunk. People in my chat on my personal stream often make fun of me for the fact that I don't remember features like that in the game.
Well, and something about, you built the thing. Well, but I didn't build the whole thing.
Yeah, Brian added that feature, I think in update like 4 or something. It was pretty early, but it just didn't register with me.
All right, what do we got here? Nothing. We've just got a bunch of special materials. we're gonna close the door, let that zombie be by himself. We're gonna give him a little bit of a timeout.
So it looks like we have a winner on Twitch. It's Zero Skilled PB has just won a hat, so congratulations, Zero Skill. And now it is YouTube's turn. So YouTube, over the next 15 minutes, if you type !enter into the chat, you will get the chance to win a hat. That's people watching us live on YouTube. If you're watching this as a VOD later, sorry, you did miss your chance.
All right, what do we got over here?
Quit your job and watch us on Mondays.
Yeah, no more of that.
You might get a hat.
Well, I mean, you know, maybe you need those. Maybe you need a hat for work. You know, like you could just go on the rest of your days off. Okay, we're gonna leave behind a whole bunch of stuff because we're looking specifically for weapons. Not interested.
Joe, here's a question for you from Brian Menard. Would you advise players to aim for some bounty broker weapons early on for guns?
If they are available. Right now, I don't have any bounties available to me because I'm, you know, obsessively complete them every month. But yes, that would be a really good way to do it. And in fact, thank you, Brian. I'll probably go ahead and, if I can't find one in these first couple spots, that's exactly what I should do. So, thank you for pointing that out.
Check that one, Joe. Check that one right there.
Which one?
The special weapon case.
Oh, the special weapons case. This one's going to be ranged.
Unless it's booze, which you might need anyways.
Well, you know, everybody needs booze.
Everyone needs like single malt scotch.
It's going to be in here. It's going to be a shotgun. All right. So
for new players who are watching this, you know, for advice, these special weapon cases, they all look like this, right? And they have, if you can actually see them at night because there's a little light on top of them that sort of shines up into the sky.
That's true. Yes. So super helpful way to find it is to go out at night and try to find them. Even though that seems counterintuitive, like going out at night kind of sucks, but it is a good way to find weapons. So since Brian pointed it out, how much influence do I have? 400. That's not going to be enough.
That's not going to get you anything.
That's not going to get me anything. It's certainly not going to get me the tank hammer I wanted.
Angel, that's a good question. How many special weapons cases are there on each map? Is there like 8?
No, there actually is. For the host player, there are 5 of each on every map. So there are 5 ranged and there are 5 melee. Okay. However, the chances that you're going to find them all in good time, let's go, is very small. And the fact that whether or not they give you a weapon that's good against plague hearts is an entirely other question. Get off.
Don't let them do that, Joe.
Yeah, it turns out that that's bad for your health. Oh right, we're right next to a plague heart, and I did find a blunt weapon, and I didn't say that was one of the things we were looking for. So let's go do this.
Yeah. Well,
plus we've got an AR-15.
While you may personally like neck nibbles, it's not good for our game.
Right. So I'm just going to use this for now. Blunt weapons hit more than one target at a time. Unlike bladed weapons, they're not quite as strong as, say, like a heavy weapon at that. I can't.
Oh, Joe. No.
Oh, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. All right.
You're giving everyone here a heart attack.
Aha! A+ for title of the movie. Alright. So, I don't frequently die in these things, but I think I might pull it off today. So, we didn't find anything super helpful. Oh, now we're out. But we did, since we found that, use the terrain to your advantage.
Nice.
Well, that's still not more, but it gives us a bunch of other things that we can replace. So once you've killed a plague heart, you can start figuring these things out. We'll get rid of this, and we'll keep those, and take that just in case. But we can drop this. We can also grab, because in every one of these you're going to find an 8-slot backpack, and that's always an upgrade.
Joe, I just want to highlight that there are multiple people in the chat as you're getting yourself nearly killed and infected, saying that you're doing an impression of me.
No. This is just me being, what's the word I'm looking for? Cocky? Yeah.
Did the Plague Heart have a giant, or have a replacement liver for the one that they just ate?
From this character? Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
That's too bad.
Yeah. But now that I've got some plague samples, we're doing all right. This will allow me to finish up this first mission. And I've got some meds on my back, so that will allow me to do even more than that. This person's outside. Perfect. There you go. Have some. Now they're a hero. Oh, wait. We're trying to give us some fuel. Oh, we're full. We gotta go. Maybe I'll come back for the fuel later. But what this will do is this will allow me to make, now that I have some plague samples, and I've got some meds in my pack, I've got weapons for this survivor at least. Now we gotta go find more weapons for the other survivors. And the best way to do that is to go out and search. Okay, so I did that Plague Heart completely unprepared, mostly. But all you really need is to know how to dodge. You need to know how to find a weapon that has high impact. And then you need to have found some form of ranged weapon that helps you hold back the zombies.
So does that explanation require the prepping for a Plague Heart heading to be on the screen?
Yeah, because we're about to actually prep for a Plague Heart. So, here we go. I'm going to put this away, because I'm not going to be using it on this character anymore. I'm not going to be using those on this character anymore. But I don't need this sidearm. So, what we are going to do then, is we're going to take a look at Bob. Bob's a masseuse. We like Bob. He seems to be cheerful. Oh, hey, we've got something here. Scouting, discipline. Discipline's almost always helpful because it increases stuff. All right, so we're going to take Bob out for a spin. We'll see how Bob does these things. We're going to let Bob drop off some materials. Then, because we're over, we're going to build a workshop here. Now, we have plague samples, 6 of them. We're going to go to the infirmary. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to craft 1 plague cure. Now, we don't have a lot of other options. We've only got 1 plague cure, but that will keep me from getting infected, like I almost did with my other character there. If I'm interested in increasing their recovery time, I can put Giles here into. We'll check him into the infirmary, and that way he's getting better faster. Now we start comparing here. So max durability, ease of use, and knockdown are all higher. It makes a little bit more noise. I'm not really that concerned about that. So we'll take the pipe, or get rid of the pipe, and we will take the shotgun that we found and those bullets, and then we are going to head out with our metal bat that has a decent impact rating. And that's basically what it means to be prepared for a Plague Heart, is you have a way to deal with immediate threats that are going to chew you up, kind of like a feral or something that pops into existence as you're going after your first Plague Heart. Or, the more nefarious ones that come along. Okay, so let's see, where else? Almost always want to stop at these fire stations too. They almost always have really really good blunt weapons, or they might have a heavy weapon or two once you're there.
Magic, to answer your question, yes, those 5-year-old cheese slices should be fine. Go ahead and eat them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they were actually made out of anything from a cow.
Right.
I think it's just oil and yellow food coloring.
Now, in real life, I'm gonna suggest not.
Yeah, but if the zombie
Okay.
apocalypse ever happens, right?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing when you're first getting started, one of the toughest things is trying to calculate that zombies are just noise. They're not really much of a threat. They're not really much of a threat when they're just single, or there's only 3 or 4 that are around you. But
Well,
once
you're
they
looking
start,
for Halligan.
yeah, we're gonna try to find a Halligan tool. There's one. Doesn't have much more impact than the metal, though. The metal bat. Sorry. Should probably complete thoughts. That helps.
It has a better chance of one-shotting zombies, though.
It does. And lethality is great. That is one advantage of blades. It will help you deal with the zombies that are in front of you. However, the likelihood that you would need to deal with individual zombies isn't, especially if you're going after a plague heart, isn't as important as finding a weapon with high impact.
It's finding a weapon that has what?
High impact,
Oh, high impact, yeah.
which we have not found yet. Really. We've found
You-
decent
Joe,
impact with the blunt
Joe,
weapons.
Joe, you have to understand that not everybody that plays this game is as deft at dodging zombies as you are, though.
Right.
So, being able to dispatch, the occasional zombie is also important.
Right.
I know that you're doing like the optimal min-max of prepping a new community for this, but you're also going to be running, people are going to be much less, like I can't crazy dodge like you do. I just get smoked. So I have to take in something that also deals with a little crowd control.
Well, I mean, that's what shotguns are for, right?
Well, that's what my shotgun is for.
And
We're
when-
talking about
Yeah,
the game.
yeah. Crowd control. There's another Halligan tool. One of the things about State of Decay 2 is that, you can dodge through zombies. So that gives us an advantage. And so learning to dodge it will literally save everything's life. But we are mostly prepared.
So you said you were looking for a high impact weapon. That's something that people can see on the breakdown of the weapon in their
Yeah.
inventory. Right?
So that's why I've been highlighting this when I bring it up, is that you
Gotcha.
can see the impact rating there in the upper left when it goes underneath stats. The little fist thing. That's your impact rating. And the higher that is, the more damage you do to juggernauts, humans, and plague guards.
Joe is absolutely doing his best to die in dread.
Yeah,
I love it.
I am completely unprepared, nonchalant here. But we have our plague cure. We had snacks because I just used the last of them. But it's mostly about buying yourself time. And
by the way,
using the territory.
I missed last call, by the way. I think that we might be about to fire off our YouTube winner. So if you didn't hit enter, it might be a good time to do that. But you might have also missed your shot, not sure.
Well, we already got our winner, so YouTubers will have to wait for the next one.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like Twitch folks, you're going to be starting up soon, and you can type !birthday again if you want to get a crack at the hat. And congratulations to person whose name I can't pronounce because it's in Cyrillic.
Now, one of the things about your ranged weapons is they do all have they do all actually have impact ratings as well. It's not just the power rating that goes into it. Power ratings are helpful, but each one of these also has an impact rating. So some of them are super helpful. Aha, here we go. Finally. Now you'll notice, once you get into the heavy weapons, even though the metal bat isn't necessarily bad, my impact rating just doubled when using heavy weapon, when pulling out this heavy weapon here. So I'm gonna get rid of pretty much everything in my inventory because it's holding me back. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take this because it's lighter than that other thing by a lot. We're getting better at combat, so rather than a chef's knife, we'll take a combat knife. And of
Now,
course,
Joe,
we'll
would you
take
break
these.
open the ruck at this point to try and get a Molotov, or is it still more valuable as?
I think it depends on who you ask. Like Fall Down would definitely say break it open to get.
Fall Down's about breaking stuff. You
Yeah.
can't hand that guy a rock and without it handing you back gravel.
Right. But
I'm
what I
kidding, I love it.
But what I would say here is we're good on fuel, and I don't know how many Molotovs are gonna. It could be up to 2. It could be 3. Oh, I see. It's 1 or 2 Molotovs. It's right there in the description. And so I'm 1 or 2 Molotovs might help me deal with zombies. So maybe we'll go ahead and break that open. It only gave me 1, and now I'm disappointed. But we can put this in the fuel. And
So,
then we can move on.
I should congratulate Ernest Culling, was actually the winner of our YouTube competition. So we've kicked off another giveaway. People can type !birthday if they're on Twitch into the chat to get the next Twitch prize. I was about to say headlights. Okay, so it sounds like you kind of broke it down. So I counted 4 things that a person needs to think about when they're preparing for a plague heart. One was a weapon that's good at damaging a plague heart, high impact, high power.
Yes.
Another is a weapon that's good for dealing with zombie ads that show up when you're fighting the plague heart, especially
Right.
things like ferals.
And
There
then-
was cure
Oh.
for yeah.
Oh. Oh, I found a new car. This is going to take a minute.
There was cure for infection, and then there was stamina to make sure that you don't run out of breath.
Yeah, so you
was
need
that the list?
you need fuel for your car. You need fuel for yourself, i.e. stamina meds. That's why I'm using the energy drinks here, and I also had the snacks earlier on. And then you need a plague cure just in case things go sideways. Now, the focus here should be on buying yourself enough time to bring down the plague heart, especially in Dread, Standard, Green, and I think a little bit in Nightmare, because you're more likely going to die because of the zombies that are overwhelming you, rather than the plague, which is kind of what kills you in Lethal more often than not. And so the reason I like the heavy weapons is they provide 2 of those things. One, it's a way to deal with the plague heart, but then the amount of area that you cover with one swing in front of you is enough to deal with most of the zombies that are going to be coming when you start hitting a plague heart. Case in point.
Are you positioning yourself so that your hits will not only strike the plague heart, but also zombies coming in behind you?
I'm sorry, Geoffrey, I didn't hear that question.
That's okay. You're busy.
The music is loud, and these headphones.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the audio balance perfect yet. How to handle that in this room that we're working in. So sorry about that.
But yeah, I do try to position myself in a way that's going to give me a way to hit the zombies and the plague heart at the same time.
That was exactly what I was asking. Perfect.
Yeah. I thought it was something along those lines. Don't go back in until the cloud has dispersed. Okay. I mistimed that. All right. Now, most of the zombies that come after you, especially in Dread and below, they're gonna die before they even touch you. All right, we got that. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. So higher impact, better max durability, and higher knockdown. So the next time we go in against another Plague Heart, it's going to be even better. All right, I'll grab some energy drinks. I'm going to eat some of these painkillers before we go. And then, I forgot about our new car. Is the old car empty? Was I thorough? I was. Okay. Let's go ahead and break this down again. That gave us 2 Molotovs this time. Excellent. And then I'm going to do what I really hate doing, which is waste gas by topping this off with a full gas can.
You were doing the thing there that you yell at everyone else for doing.
Yes.
Whenever we played and like we fill it up, you'd be like, "Why?"
And the answer is because I've got too much gas in my
You're
trunk.
a hypocrite. Hypocrite.
Or I've got a fast car and I've got way too much fuel.
Oh, while you're driving, I'm going to show off what Texas Digital Gaming sent me the other day. I'll be right back.
All right. So far we've been talking about like how to deal with plague hearts, how to prepare individual survivors, but we haven't really talked about what was the next thing, Geoffrey?
Building your community?
Building your community. We haven't really talked about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wake up a couple of plague hearts here, because that will set us up for the 4th talking point today.
All right. Texas Digital Gaming sent me some he created and sent me some old school Atari cartridges. These are legit Atari cartridges, you know, that kind of thing. But State of Decay 2. And it's got the thing on top.
I've got a serious producer's dilemma here because, Joe's facing an exciting battle, but also I want to zoom in on these cartridges. I might have to show them later.
So in building a community, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to wake up a couple of plague hearts, and then we'll go do this meet and Selmo.
Whoa, look at those. That's crazy. What games are in those?
Who knows? I haven't put them into my Atari yet.
Clearly it's State of Decay and State of Decay 2.
Well, obviously.
My worst nightmare would be I'd put it into the Atari cartridge and then it would like tear one of these. So they'll never go in a cartridge.
They're probably all ET.
Maybe. Who here actually played that ET?
I didn't.
My buddy and I went to the store. We pooled our lawnmower money for the summer and bought ET, put it in, and basically cried for the next week because it was terrible.
My dad was a game critic, and so he only brought home the good games.
Terribly good, I think you mean. I'd never played it, to be honest. I played Atari Basketball. That's pretty much all I played.
So, Corrupt Snake wants to know, while you're building your community, what are the most important outfits that you want to make sure you unlock?
What are the most important outfits to
To
unlock?
you, personally.
Oh, God. I think it depends on... For me, it's a sort of a monthly theme. Like, right now, since the World War II pack is what Cash Beaumont is giving out, I tend to focus on those outfits that came out as part of the different expansions. And so we've had the World War II pack come in a couple of times, and there were outfits that went along with it a couple of different times. And I'll actually show off that outfit later today, because I imagine that once we get into the TNT portion, you'll actually want to see some TNT, not just what I can call in on this community. All right, so let's meet our neighbors.
Don't forget to enter the Geoffrey.
I believe right now we're doing a Twitch giveaway. So yeah, so people who are on Twitch, not people on YouTube, you'll get a chance in a sec. but people who are on Twitch can enter !birthday to enter into our current giveaway. We're giving away an anniversary hat, and that's going to fire off in 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes to make that happen.
All right, so in building a community, what you want to start doing is you want to take a look at some of these survivors and see what they've got. Oh, and Selmo. Look right at the bottom there.
Lycanology.
Lycanologist.
Loveanology, more like.
Yes, quite so. And we can talk about why. I've already got a cook, Mason. You're gonna end up packing it in at some point. And then, ooh, man, I wish I could recruit both of these characters. Character with no 5th trait. That's super helpful. And so what you're looking for there is, first of all, you're looking for knowledges that'll help sort of supplement what you already have in your community. You got to cook. Apparently the masseuse gives you back rubs and increases your carrying capacity. And then, minus 15% to your radio cooldowns. Probably because he was a Firewatch officer. Also, good to note that since he carries hand sanitizer, he probably would have been infected if he didn't. But you go out and you complete these missions for these enclaves, and you start looking at all the different groups that different people in each group, because for the most part you can't actually recruit an entire enclave all at once, and so you're just looking for individuals here and there. Hello? Oops.
Uh-oh.
We'll physics our way out. It's fine. Or we'll get stuck and we'll have to radio our way out.
Now, could you get out and flip that car?
I probably could. But the radio's faster.
Yeah.
Although it does consume a little bit of gas.
That's okay. We're wasting gas today.
Yes. Because I have plenty of it. Let's not get stuck on the rocks. Someone would think that I was actually good at this game, but not from today's episode.
No, I think that's a total lie. In fact, I'm going to ask the company to review your position.
Okay.
Because I think you've been lying to us this whole time.
Yeah. I've actually just been showing you videos of Brian Menard while holding the sticks. Right? It's like when you it's like when your children are little and you give them the controller, but it's not actually hooked up to the game. Like that's what I've been doing, and that's how I got a job here.
That worked on my children one time.
All right, is this gonna work? Uh-oh. Did they just pin me in but the door? That's great. Perfect.
Oh no.
Just make sure we're recording this.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. All right, I gotta get in the car. They're actually shooting in there.
Make
This
sure
is
we're
going on
recording
YouTube.
this moment.
Uh-huh. Make sure you're recording this moment. This was the moment you learned that things go sideways in State of Decay 2 at any difficulty. And how you react to that can mean the difference between getting stuck.
Like, don't panic drive into a ditch while you're being shot at by people.
Right?
Life lesson.
Life lesson.
I love this. Because usually I see Joe just pull off the most amazing, death-defying things, and now I'm having a grand time watching you struggle through.
He is staring death right in the face right now. This is
love it.
amazing.
Let's see if we can get this done.
How
Nope.
much damage does a car actually do? to hostile NPCs.
Not enough.
Very little.
But I take a lot more damage when I'm in a car. I believe that I bugged that it takes way too long for a car to kill. But, you know, we'll see.
Okay, we have YouTube is open for the last round of giveaway.
Yep. If you are watching live on YouTube, you can hit ! Enter and enter to
There's a
win
dead
our
one.
last birthday hat. It's going to be great. And also congratulations, our last Twitch winner was Almighty Echo. So nice going.
I must have accidentally driven just enough too far away, so I'll have to finish. So it finished the mission for me, so I'll go ahead and just walk away with my life. Okay. All right, now we're back.
Joe, if you so much as stub your toe walking back into your base, your character's dead.
Well, it's gonna hurt, yeah, that's for sure. But we're on Dread, so I mean, it's not like I'm expecting terrible things to happen anytime soon. We'll go ahead and put that in there. We took Bob out for a spin. Bob had a really great time. But now it's time for Bob to take a nap. Maybe several before he takes a dirt nap. All right, Eleanor, you're up. Now, what we've done so far is we got Giles, who's a builder. We've got Bob, who's a sheriff.
That doesn't seem right. I feel like Bob should be the builder.
Bob the builder. Yeah, well, it's the apocalypse. Bob the builder probably didn't make it. And then Eleanor is a warlord. Oh, why is she also a cook? Never trust a warlord who's a cook. All right.
No soup for you.
Right. All right. So we'll upgrade the infirmary to level 2. We'll stick Bob in there if we can. Is he infected? We can't because Giles is still in there. All right. Once we get to level 2, maybe we can solve that problem. But for now, Eleanor's got a nice baseball bat, but she does not have all of the things. So we're building we are going to end up building our community. We're going to be waiting to see where it goes. Because we've already identified that we want that person that has like an ology, which I think we technically could go and recruit them right now. But there's no real need.
So yeah, as we're starting to kind of run low on time, I'm curious, like what would you summarize as like your priorities when you're thinking about building your communities? Like what are you thinking about? Because so much of it is based on what's randomly available in the world. Like what are you looking for?
So the things that I'm looking for are abilities that offset my costs. Now, one of the reasons that I like having a cook is that -3 food a day that my community is eating. I can actually cut that in half. And that actually improves sort of how well my cook does. Now, here it's cooking is at 6. All right, maybe we could do enough. So we could consume some of our food and skill this person up. But enacting rationing over time, if we go into like nutrition, it'll decrease the stamina bonus or the stamina penalties and all kinds of different things. If you have cuisine, I think it decreases the morale penalty or increases the morale that a feast will give you. All kinds of different things. And so having a cook helps a lot. Now that person that had like an ology, let's go ahead and solve that problem really quick. How much time do we have, Geoffrey?
It is 3:45 right now, so we have 15 minutes left.
All right, so we will go and grab this person to build a community, and then we still have one more. Is it one more?
Yeah, you got one more section you wanted to do.
Okay. So let's go recruit that person with Lycanology, and then we'll talk about that other thing. So a lot of it is based on random happenstance, but that's why characters with no 5th skill are super important. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's cool. Alright, so this group that I wanted to recruit from, they've just given me a mission to help find them a plague cure. So I'm going to go and I'm going to accept that mission because that's going to save me some influence, and I'll be able to recruit one of them for free. Alright, that is Anselmo, which I think is who I wanted to. I'll go find you.
Explain how that saves you influence.
So what this is going to do is, right now they're friendly. Okay? And then that's going to, the successful completion of this mission is going to move them to Allied. Allied Enclave members will join you for free, whereas friendly members cost you influence. So, like, members of friendly enclaves will cost you influence if you want them to join you. So, we're going to save ourselves some problems by going and getting this plague cure from home that I should have been carrying with me since I left. But since I'm kind of brainless today.
Not only does making them your allies make recruiting from them free, but I think you'll also be getting some influence just by completing this mission too. So you'll end up making a profit on influence when you went out expecting to spend influence.
That is also correct. Okay, so plague cure. Now, I don't want to go out empty-handed, so we're going to make a second plague cure. They're only going to take one. And then we're going to take that plague cure to Mason. And we're on our way.
Joe, I go at it a different way. I just take the first people I run into, I take them all and then just deal with the consequences.
Is that why I have to bail you out so often?
Let me think of any time you've ever had to bail me out, and never. So, yes.
You talk a big game on stream.
I will sometimes actually deliberately target the worst characters that I can find just because I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite characters is this guy Jaden, who's got one lung and the lowest stamina bar you've ever seen.
I mean, I do it because the original intent was for State of Decay philosophically was you can make the best with what you have, you find. And I extend that to people because,
this is actually an interesting choice. Sorry to interrupt.
If I was maybe not quite as capable, yet in the apocalypse, somebody came up and asked me, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. And they look at me and say, oh, your stamina is 10% lower than everybody else's. Later, loser. I'd feel really bad.
So now I am provided with, at least as far as I'm concerned. Hi, buddy. I am provided with an interesting choice because one of my favorite Enclave benefits is Gun Safety Club, where you get extra ammo income and shooting experience.
Oh.
But the person that I wanted to recruit is in this group.
And what happens if you recruit them?
If I recruit them, this Enclave is going to be disbanded and I no longer have the Gun Safety Club. So I think Anselmo gets to stay right where he is for now until things, lighten up.
But that is part of your building your community. It's like there's so many different things that contribute to the success of your community. Part of it is the people. Part of it is the investments you make in facilities and outposts. And these Enclave benefits are another one that it's easy to discount, but you got to think about.
All right. So hopefully, okay, there we go. All right. Now I remember my fourth point, which was avoiding sieges. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. So you build your community, and then with update 33, otherwise known as the heart attack update, what we've done is we've given you the tools necessary to completely shut down the advancement of hordes specifically infesting hordes that create infestations, and then eventually would become siege sites from entering your base. Now, on top of all of that, there's some interesting things that we're going to be able to do, at least at this point, in dealing with these infestations. And I'm specifically going to go after a severity 3 infestation. Oh, right. We want that. And the reason being, severity 3 infestations, as of the heart attack update, give you outstanding loot. Now, what that loot is going to be is always a mystery, because it is also randomly generated. But basically, I'm gonna hope that this one stays rank 3 for a while. Now, that's only got, oh right, this might be why I did it in Dread. So in Dread, you'll notice that a severity 3 has 2 ferals. Now that's a challenge, right? But I've got a gun, and a feral that isn't a blood plague feral only has, only needs 1 headshot. So let's go get us some loot, shall we? We're gonna kill off this. Infestation, and on our way, we're going to grab an outpost. Now,
by the way, real quick, I just got the note from Heather that we should announce. You got the last couple of minutes before the YouTube giveaway is going to be done. So if you're watching this live on YouTube, hit !, enter, and try to win your birthday hat. This is your last chance. See you later.
Last chance. All right, so we're going to go ahead and build up this. This will help this outpost, since we're not going to be able to get that lycanologist. This outpost will be how we start to offset our community resource losses and gains. And we'll see how this goes. Bottle of painkillers, that'll be nice. That'll be good and helpful as we go forward. Box of seeds, we'll leave that behind. What's here? Ooh. American malt liquor, is that what that was? American single malt, sorry, I got. So you got some whiskey sitting in there. All right, let's head on out. Let's get to this infestation. When you kill an infestation, it actually provides you with a small window of reprieve. It will actually stop new infestations from forming, or I should say, it will stop new infestation hordes from forming that are headed to create new siege sites or new sites. So, engaging with the infestations will actually not just go after that infestation, but it will actually slow down the growth of infestations. So if you are like me and you ended up waking up some plague hearts, the best way to maintain that is to just go after an infestation every once in a while that is tied to the plague heart that's awoken. Now, one of the ways that you can tell whether or not an infestation... gross. Stop that. Whether or not which plague heart an infestation belongs to is on the map. Okay, come here. Come here. Nope, that one was not tied to anything. Okay, we're gonna hop out of here. Okay, I'm gonna do what I normally hate, and we'll just jump up on here. See if we can't jump on top of here. Alright, so now you'll notice when you highlight this infestation that there is a plague heart that is also pulsing right next to it. That means that is the parent plague heart. That means there are 2 ways that you can go about killing this infestation. One is you can kill the plague heart that is its parent, and this will eventually wither away. 2, you can kill this infestation, and it will not only stop growing, but it will be a while before this plague heart can create a new infestation. So we're going to do what I find is the more interesting of the 2. and we're gonna see how we deal with this infestation. Did I bring any fire? I did not. Totally unprepared. Oh, I can't aim straight. I'm totally nervous. Everybody's got me all. Okay, come on. Ow. Ow. Alright, line it up. Alright, so magic ammo on that one. Sorry everyone, such a disappointment.
That guy's spry.
No,
Yeah.
this is exactly the content I came here for.
You mean like that?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, let's bandage. Can we bandage? No, because we're reloading. Nice. Alright. Now let's see if we can recover this beast. Where are they? There's one. Ow. Alright. Oh, that wasn't even an infestation screamer. That was sad.
Now there's four infestation screamers.
No. Oh, I guess there is. Holy cow. Where did they all come from?
We created a super screamer horde.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they get inherited. I have created such a mess, and if I had brought fire, this would not be a problem.
One Molotov. Take that home to your
Actually, you know what? I got a better solution.
Is it the Brave Sir Robin maneuver?
Oh my god, they dropped it right here. Okay, well then. Now my great weapons are defended by all the zombies that I'm trying to kill with them. Alright, perfect.
But that barrel dropped the exact ammo you needed, which is nice.
Yeah, the feral dropped some. That feral dropped ammo. This feral
This is
dropped a
seriously worth
suppressor.
waking up for.
Yeah,
By the
well,
way, while you're circling around, we did get a final winner for our YouTube giveaway. Safari Slayer, congratulations.
oh man.
Time to back your car up over that crew.
Maybe. I wanted to burn them. I wanted to burn them to death. I still want to burn them to death. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to climb up here. There's one down. Locate the others. There's two down. There's three down. Where's the last one? Is it still in the doorway? Man, I hate that move.
This is making me so happy.
Wonder this stream might have to go a few minutes longer. We have to see the end of this.
Alright, here we go. No! No! Why?
This is so great.
There. Now we've cleared that infestation. Now I don't mind at all about going and grabbing my car and running over all of these bad things. Alright, get in the car.
Headlights.
No, turn
right.
on your headlights so that people can see the game.
Can they see the game now?
From the optimal upside down car position, yes.
Alright. Geoffrey was talking about flipping the car. Here we go. Flip to Maximilian. Okay, it's flipped. We have like 1 HP.
Oh,
1 HP in a dream. Here we go. All right. Now that was everything, right, Geoffrey?
I think so.
Was that everything that I wanted to cover?
I think so. I think you covered it all.
Okay. I wanted to show off some TNT, so we're gonna do that now. Now imagine I had this from the beginning, like I had planned to, instead of being a doofus. We could have just burned this infestation to the ground using the Independence Pack, which celebrates our. It came out in July of 2018, and it brought us some really great times. And the fireworks are available anytime after you have completed a map and cleared of all the play cards. As long as you have done that once, it will show up in your radio menu, just as you saw me do there on screen. And then you can do things just like this video that Geoffrey's about to show. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. This is our Independence Day stream. It's a little early because we're not going to be in the office for the first couple of days next week in observance of America's birthday. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us through this long through this long development cycle. 33 updates, and we're not done yet. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for helping us. Next month, I'm going to do a trait extravaganza, so join us for that. That's going to be fun. I did forget something.
Oh, too late.
A little bit awkward. But for anybody that might be tuning in out there, I just want to thank the friends that helped me make that video. You know who you are, and I absolutely value it, and thank you for coming through.